Hello children, welcome to English class. Today as we are going to moving to the unit 4, in unit 4 first we are going to learn about how to ideate a character sketch. That is of here we are going to learn that ideating for a structure sketch. So what do you mean by ideating? To form an idea. So here we are going to form an idea to sketch about the one's character given in the story. So here what do you mean by character sketch? A character sketch is a piece of writing that describes a character's physical and personality traits. So what do you mean by physical and personality traits? Physical means outside. Personality means it comes from inside, right? So physical means one's face, one's hair, eyes, about the features of their body, right? And personality traits means about their thinking, about their what they does and about what they says. So this and all comes under personality traits. So now let us try to understand and identify what these traits are. So let's just refer to it. Now what do you mean by traits? Traits refer to the qualities of a person. So traits means it refers to the qualities which depends in the person. So here is an example for physical traits, that is of which was seen outside. So what we can see is of hair color, eye color, the height of a person, what clothes they are wearing, the size of the body, whether they are fat or big, and their facial features like big eyes, big nose, small lips, like that will tell, no? So these features like body features will tell it as physical traits. So here the physical traits tells us what the character looks like on the outside. For example, facial features, hair color and height. The next traits that is about refers to the qualities of a person, that is personality trait. So it tells us who the character is on the inside. That means how he behaves. So we can understand these traits by what the character thinks and what the character says and what it does. So here the personality traits is about the thoughts, the action, the words, the feelings. So when we can learn from action words like thoughts, about the feelings, about the upbringing things, right? So this is known as personality traits. So with this, they have given a graphic organizer. So they have drawn a table like. So this table is known as, we'll tell it as graphic organizer, isn't it? So here now we are going to ideate about the character which was given in the story. So here how will you ideate? First the character. So you have to pick out the character which was given in the story. Then how does the character look? That is about the physical look of the particular character which was given in the story. Then third one, that what does the character think, or what does the character do, or what does the character say. So that is known as the personality traits about the particular character which was given in the story. So with the three traits, we are going to find out how the character behaves in the story. So here they have given three columns like trait 1, trait 2 and trait 3. That is about you need to find out the evidence from the story. So this is how we need to ideate. So this is the structure 1. So this is the structure 1 you need to follow. So as you read the story, you have to maintain, that is you have to ideate a column like this with the character. How does the character look and what does the character think, do and say, with the 3 evidence from the story. So let us see how you can find it out. So using the list given below, you can identify 2 physical and 2 personality traits of your partner. So now you were not sitting with the partners. So just you can identify with your brothers and sisters or with your parents, isn't it? So there are 3 columns given for you: positive, negative and others. So what are the positive traits given for you? Of respectful, humorous, optimistic, polite, loyal and cheerful. So here you know about what do you mean by respectful. Humorous means for example, a person one who makes funny others, right? Optimistic means a person one who have hope in him, right? Then polite, loyal, cheerful. And what are the negative traits? That is of immature, irresponsible, dishonest, arrogant, selfish, rude. And other than that, shy, forgetful, adventurous, anxious, flexible, moody. So these are the traits we need to understand from the person. So with this, what we have to do, now that we know how to identify the different triads of a person, so now let us learn how to identify these triads in characters and we'll record them. So good writers bring their characters to life by adding many details about them. So here is a story about a gift of chapel. So here he is a man named as Ravi and he is a beggar. So here we'll ideate the character structure here. So here first we'll write the character. He is a beggar, so you can write it as the beggar. So first we will write the name of the character. You can mention the name also with the you have to identify what character he is. Then how does the character look? That is about, I told you now, the physical traits. So then we will read the text and search for details that tells us about how the character looks. So here with the picture itself you may know how the character looks. So what he was wearing? He was wearing a dhoti and he doesn't wear any chappals, and you can see his legs were blistered and the teeth which he was shown was teeth like a stained brown. So from the story we know that the beggar wore a dhoti, had no chappals, and he had blistered feet. What do you mean by blistered? Blistered means some like wounds and like boils will be there on the legs, and stained brown teeth. So the teeth looks brown in color. So here the next thing is about what does the character think or do or say. That is about the personality traits. So how will you find that? While you're reading, you may find it out some evidence. So to pick out about the character personality. So next we will look the details about the personality of the character. So here the triad 1, triad 2, triad 3. So you are going to find out the evidence from the story. So let us see. The first evidence which was given is of entitled. So here what do you mean by entitled? Entitled means he thinks that the place which he was there belongs to him, right? So same like that here, Ravi as a beggar, he thinks that the place belongs to him. So here he made himself comfortable in someone else's garden. So it was the thing which was the evidence given as entitled. So this is the triad 1. We found the evidence from the story. Then the triad 2 is of persistence. That is of his continuing there. So he was not moving there from the particular place. So he was not ready to move on without getting some alms. So what do you mean by alms? Alms means one who needs money or food. So without that, they won't move out from the place. So this is the persistence which we have found from the story as an evidence. Then the next triad is of lazy. So as a fellow seemed to be very young, he was not able to, he was not going for the work, isn't it? So but he is in a way to beg. So he begged at the same house daily instead of working. So now we found out the personality traits about the particular person, right? So with that they have identified about the triads. So with that character, so here we learned how to identify the triads of the particular character which was given in the story, isn't it? So this is the main structure 1. So you need to follow this graphic organizer. Then next what we are going to learn is about how to write a character sketch using the graphic organizer. Okay, so here we have already recorded information about the characters, physical and personality traits using a table. So now we will learn how to write a character sketch with those informations. So here is the table given for you. So with this we'll write a character sketch. So here is the structure 2 that we need to write a character sketch. So first is about you need to write about the physical triad of a particular character. Then you'll be writing 3 evidence with the triad 1, triad 2 and triad 3, and last we'll end with the conclusion. So here let us see how the character sketch of the beggar can be written using this structure. So as you use the structure 1, right, and this is the structure 2, that is of it starts with the physical triads and with the 3 evidence which was found in the story, and it ends with the conclusion. So here first, how does the character look? So it's look we have to write it about the physical traits of the character. That is of he wears a dhoti, no chappals, blistered feet, teeth stained brown. So here you need to pick up the information about the physical traits of the character from the table given. So next what we are going to do is about in the story you have to start like this. How to start a character sketch? In the story, A Gift of Chapels, the beggar is described as a poor person because he wears a dhoti with a withered belly. What do you mean by withered belly? Withered means dry. So, and blistered feet. I told you, the wounds and boils were there in the feet. So, he couldn't wear the chappal. So, his teeth were stained brown with beetle cheewing. What do you mean by beetle? Beetle means it's a leaf, green leaf. For example, in the function and all, after eating biryani, you can chew it in your mouth. No, that is known as beetle. So this was described the look of the beggar. So that was known as the physical traits. So this is a paragraph which we have maintained for the character's physical traits. Then it follows as with the evidence. So the first evidence is of the character seems entitled. So here we can infer that this, by the way, he made himself comfortable in somebody else's garden without permission. So here it describes the first personality trait of the beggar, and it continues with the second paragraph. So here it continues as a second paragraph. So first we learned that from the story you have started like, isn't it? So you have written about the physical traits of the character, and it continues the first evidence as the second paragraph. And the next with the triad 2, that is of persistent evidence. He was not ready to move on without getting some alms. So this is the evidence which was given, second one. And the third evidence is of another triad that the beggar exhibits is persistence. As he was not ready to leave the house, he was begging without getting some alms. So he was not ready to leave the house. At once he get the alms only, he'll be moving. So at once he got the money or food from the particular person only, he'll be moving. Up till that, he'll be going on asking. So this is the second paragraph. Then it continues with the third one, that is of he begged at the same house daily instead of working. So here, lastly, the character is a lazy person because he begged from the same house for a week every day instead of working for money. So there are so many people who are aged between the 60 to 65 also. Now they are working very hard. But from this story, we come to know that Ravi as a beggar, he doesn't want to work as he was a very lazy person. He wanted to beg and eat, isn't it? So instead of working. So here this as mentioned as the third personality, and it was given as a third paragraph. So at the end, what you have to do? You have to conclude it, isn't it? So how will you conclude? So based on the above characters' actions, thoughts and words, we can conclude that the beggar was entitled, persistent, and he was lazy. So here you can see the clear view. So the first part shows that the structure 1, we are ready to ideate the character by the graphic organizer, and down what they did, they have written that as we have done the graphic organizer, no? So from that we have done the structure 2. So structure 1 is on the top and structure 2 is on down. So here whatever we are writing, whatever I am teaching you with the structure to follow. During the examination and all, I have asked something else to write. So you didn't follow the structure, you just written at something else. So those who followed the structure only I gave full mark. But those who didn't follow the structure, I doesn't give the mark for you all. So you need to follow these structures. Then your homework will be, you need to do the practice question 1 by reading this lesson, A Gift of Chapels. Okay, so you need to read the meanings. How many meanings are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you need to learn the meaning, 5 meanings. And the question 1.1, you need, the clues have been given for you, so from that you have to read the sentence and write the answer. And the 1.2 is about, you need to write a character sketch of the character Ravi from the story. So you have to follow the structure 1. What is the structure 1? You need to follow the graphic organizer. So that is the ideating one to form the graphic, this character sketch. With that, you need to follow the structure 2. You have to write it as a sentence with the physical triads and the evidence. 3 evidence we followed now. So you need to maintain that, and you have to conclude with the conclusion. So that is the thing you need to write. And 1.3, read the question and do. 1.4, you need to do. So do this as your homework, as well as you need to do the practice question 13, which was given in unit 3. So now we have move on to the unit 4. So this practice question 13 we didn't do. So just you read the poem and you have to write the question answers which was given below. So these 2 homework, that is about, you need to do the practice question 1 from unit 4 and practice question 13 from unit 3. So this is your homework. Do it and send it in the Google Classroom. So if you have any doubts, kindly ask me. Thank you, dear children.